and they're pretending we have the same problem. So, when will we ever have a group of people who we share the same common problem and we live in the same place and we take our children to the same school?
But you know, Joe,
you see, it's been over 60 years.
When you talk, when you want to change,
dispersed.
Joe Max, when you want to change a country, you don't speak to the people in your village. You speak to every Kenyan.
Who do you speak to?
You speak to every Kenyan everywhere. And that is the reason Rigathi Gachagua is going to the US, I think next week.
But you see,
I mean,
the thing
you
is this,
cannot change,
Anthony.
you cannot change a country, Joe Maxia, when you discriminate. So what Brian was saying is very accurate. I will sit on a platform and assume that Kenyan problems are for all Kenyans, no matter their wealth, no matter the school their children go to, no matter the country they live in. So I will speak to Kenyans. And I'll not try and give them the mark.
Who do you want to speak to? Who do you want to speak to that here? Because
haven't you been here? Haven't you been listening to me?
No. You see, me, I come from a different point of things. Now, the constituency, whether it stays or not, it's entertaining to me. Because come to the ground.
No, Joe Max, you see the difference
they will not
between
listen
you and
to me.
Is you came here for entertainment. Me, I came here because I had a papa.
Yes.
I wanted to be part of change. And how I reasoned,
And change who? Who do you want to change here?
Wait, I'm
That's a question. Who do you want to change here?
I am taking you home in a very calculated way. So when you spoke here, and I spoke here, for me, I have met everyone in the opposition apart from Rigathi Gachagua. So it means there were people who listened and figured out this guy is resonating with me. And those people went ahead to say, we would want to meet you and understand this passion you have. If we work together, how can we bring the change that you want and we want? Okay? And I've been very honest.
So
the only difference
here, people. Are you here to harvest?
I'm here to harvest the people who want change. I'll be very honest with you. So the only thing is...
Oh, that's very good.
Exactly.
Now. Very good. Very good. It's good to say your intention. I'm here for entertainment.
So for us who sit here, we want change. We want a Kenya that functions for all of us, those both living in Kenya and abroad. The change we want will come if we agree between the 300 of us or the 5,000 of us. And 5,000 is a very big number. 5,000 is Kasarani Stadium. If we 5,000 here can stand and say that tomorrow we are sending Kibe or Anthony with our demands of the Kenya we want, 5,000 people sign a letter. And Kibe is given that letter. And those people say, whatever Kibe says is what we've agreed. Then we've elevated Kibe to a national platform together with Anthony and Akina Brian and Akina Anita, that they can sit there and say, as young people are saying that Kenya, this is the Kenya we want. We want jobs. These are the quotas we want. If we are creating 5,000, 10,000 jobs a month, we want a good portion of that number, 2,000, to go to young people between this age. That is what Raila Odinga did. He came to government and he gave his number.
Anthony,
he gave his number.
Anthony,
so that we don't.
This is not the group who said that too. People can speak for themselves. Who wants a job
what not to tell you.
provided by Anthony?
If you don't want me to tell you, you mute yourself. Other people who want to hear what I've said are listening. So I'm not talking to you, Joe Max here. You are not my target audience. You are here for entertainment, and I'm not an entertainer. That's the difference between me and you. Me, I want to change. I want real change. Okay? When I came here and said, I think I was in another
But
place.
I have a problem.
Your problem is yours now. So now I'm not
my farm, my maize is being infested by rodents.
No problem.
And
rodents is a small problem compared to national issues. On Saturday, I told Young, I was on a space.
No, me, that is okay. Very
I will tell you about your rodent at the end. That's a mouse problem. I'll deal with it at the end. We were on a space last week, and I asked young people,
I'm suffering now.
Why can't you organize ourselves?
Whenever I go to harvest,
no problem.
The maize is half eaten by rodents.
Yes. No, it's not good. I'm not an agricultural officer. Contact one from your constituency. When we met young people,
can you get somebody? I give them the job.
And I think
to handle those rodents.
It was point blank. It was a space, no problem. Now, on Sunday, we hosted a space. And I asked young people, why can't we deal with our development partner? I'm not saying that the Chief Justice did what I say. The next week, he met all our development partners. And today a report has been issued. That is a change we want. We want to demonstrate and see change. The only way we will change is if we do what Kibe, me, Brian, Joe Maxi is looking for entertainment. So this is not a circus. All of us come together and put our brains together. We say, Brian, how can we use his IT to push our agenda quicker? Kibe has the ability to bring people on a space. How can we come on this space and bring our minds together?
Anthony, you're getting lost. Kidogo tu. You see, you're a dictator, but in hiding. So you're trying to be a dictator, but in hiding. I can smell you. Because what you're trying to do is give direction. No. Don't give us direction. Do it for yourself.
Give us direction here every day.
Yes, I can give you direction because I'm the one who owns the space. I can give you direction. I don't trust you enough for you to give us direction. Not yet, anyway. So I can see where you're taking us, and that's not where I want us to go. Again, remember, this is a tried and tested kind of operation here. So I know who to trust and who not to trust. I know who to deal with and who not to deal with. Tried and tested operation, bro. I can smell you out from a mile away. You and Brian don't come to these spaces. You only come when there's a big audience. So I know exactly why you're here. Even Edwin, he doesn't come. He only comes when there's a big audience. But me and Joe Maxi are here day in, day out. We know about each other so well. He can finish my sentences. We are, we are a couple. Yeah. But these are the three of you are grifters. You're more here for entertainment than Joe Maxia is. And you don't know. And you're trying to make it look like Joe Maxia is the one who's here for entertainment. He's committed. You are not. You are just but a guy who's jumping on opportunity. You're just but like a bootleg Casmuel. You wish you could get the opportunity, but you can't because you're bootleg. You want to jump in one toe into the movement, see if it's hot, or if it's not, then let's see. Let's see you guys later. Next year, we shall see you. We shall be sure to see you next year. Again, we shall have an anniversary. Come to the streets.
Yes, today is the day, Anthony, you have been found.
I've not been found. I was just about to make you vote for me. Then Kibe saved you. Did you realize how well you kept quiet? Kibe realized I'm about to lose a loyal mfuasi to Anthony. And he saved you. He came and picked you, Joe Maxia, my guy. Come.
No. Anthony. You see, I could smell your bullshit. That's why I was like, man, at least if you could come straight. Because you hide your bullshit in a lot of words.
Oh, Kibe.
So when you go with the bullshit, I can't.
Let me tell you, Kibe. We were on spaces with you and Junior and we tried to form a political party. We were unable. People remained on spaces. I went, I met politicians, and I joined a political movement. I've never hid from it, but I joined a political movement.
So what? Can you bring those politicians here? We'll give them the mic. We give them the mic.
Why are you doing things?
Bring them here.
Secret? Bring all those people. But you cannot be coming to tell us what you guys discussed. Who the fuck are these people if they cannot come here? You who died and made you the message and now is the one who's telling us, I met this person, I met this. Who gives a shit? If they do, because they don't exist here. So if they don't exist here, who are they?
You're making is people think, you guys think I needed your permission. I did not need your permission. I went on my own.
Why are you telling us about it? Then keep quiet. You don't need to hear
because you are listening.
You go open a space where you can have those guys there, but don't come and dominate us with the punitics of you having met them. Like when I meet them, they ask me, "What do you guys? Who the fuck died and made you a representative?"
Myself, bro.
Exactly. So go represent yourself, but don't use our name. You go represent yourself and say, me as Anthony. Don't say, me as Anthony who speaks on Kibe spaces. Yeah?
I did not do that,
I used to be made... no.
I actually represented myself. I did not mention any of them.
You see, there you can go lie to them. Here, you can't lie to me. Here, I am supreme leader, my guy. Here, you cannot lie. When I smell you out, I shut you down. So do not use our name. You see, you're a grifter, Anthony. You are as evil as those guys who benefited from the deaths of the poor souls who died last year. Because you come here, you shine for 10 seconds, and then you go use that clip and say, hey, I'm a shiner. But you're not part of us. You don't belong here. This is not organic for you. Yeah, so don't lie to us. Stop pretending like you're with us. You're not with us. You're just wasting our time with nonsense and big words. Even Osoro. In fact, let's listen to Edwin. Edwin, who has not spoken for over a year. Edwin, go ahead. Give us your take on.
Kibe, I said earlier my issue one of my main issues that will make me protest tomorrow is police brutality. And that's a system problem. I don't believe in individuals. Human beings, once we get power, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So to fix that police brutality, I suggest that police should start wearing body cams. All police officers should be wearing body cams.
Who are you telling?
Fix police brutality.
Who are you telling?
That's one of...
Who are you telling? You don't want to make me president, but you want to tell me about police body cam. Where the fuck am I supposed to get money to buy all the police body cams? Are you understanding how this shit works, my guy?
But Kibe,
are you understanding how this shit works? I just broke it down to you in seconds. That's how it works. So who are you telling right now? Ruto is not here.
But I cannot fully trust you.
Then why are you telling me?
Just like me.
Go to Ruto's space. But how can you be here and you cannot trust me? Why are you even picking the mic? Here you must trust me. If you cannot trust me, you should not be here. If you cannot give me your support, you should not be here. Because if you're telling me about it, then you must empower me to be able to go after it. Otherwise, you're wasting my fucking time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You and Anthony here are grifters. Even Brian, you're a grifter because you're here to complain to nobody. You're just here to shine. Because complaining sounds good. You can shine with bitching. No solution ever.
Protest.
But you want to come and masturbate on my face, my guy.
But
fuck you, man. I don't have time, bro. I'm not the same guy from last year. I don't have time to listen to your bullshit. I don't have money to buy police body cams. It's not a concern that I'm dealing with right now. Are we together? It's not a problem that I'm dealing with. So that's not my constituency. My constituency has not brought that to my attention.
No, but that's the problem I'm dealing with.
Yeah, but you're not my constituency. That's why you come here only once a year, when it's wanking time.
No.
And now you want to wank on me and leave me without... hey, come on. You can... not this time round, my guy. I refuse. Please, take your bullshit elsewhere. Mute your mic. Let me listen to Anita. Anita. Maybe Anita is here to masturbate also. You guys are full of shit. All full of shit. You want to come here, masturbate, and then go and worship somebody else. To hell with a lot of you. Let me remain with my Joe Maxia here. And Karue. We can talk for 5 hours. Good conversations. You know, convos that leave you edified. Not having to deal with conmen like Anthony.
I know. In fact, I just thought about those body cams. We should have them when you're playing pool tables so that we see if somebody is trying to cheat on the game.
In pool, what you don't see didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. Who is this? Nyabura?
Yes, how are you? Can you hear me?
Are you a grifter as well?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, so I'm here to say is, don't be distracted. Tomorrow we still have the course. It's Occupy Space House. There are disruptions. We are putting the main agenda. So as we are discussing here, tomorrow is the real thing, guys. So don't get distracted. Yeah. Congratulations, I love you.
Another loser. Lose. What we are discussing umekamkuletea punitics hapa. Hapa hakuna mtu anataka tao kesho. Wanakwenda tao wako kwa forum zingine, si hii forum. So you go, don't be distracted. Hey. You go fight for what you believe in and then pull us along. We shall come. We are your brothers and sisters. Fight, win, and then call us. We shall come for the celebration. It's as simple as that. I don't have to be there on the front line with you, but you go fight, win. We shall be there. We are behind you. But only for the winner. The other day, I was playing pool somewhere. And my pool for the longest time has been shit. I've been playing very badly. So I've lost a lot of money in gambling. And when I lose, bro, I just tuck my tail between my legs and I go home crying, nightmares and shit. But the other day, somewhere, I got like a game. And I won this guy a lot of money. And the celebration that was... Everybody was my friend, my guy. Win. We are waiting for you to win. Karue, are you still here? I'm trying to kufunga.
Menua mkono mpaka ikaganda bana. Anyway, no. I came in here when you were calling out Moraithi, and finally, at least someone has called out his BS. And Moraithi, like initially, you remember when I was telling you about a boogeyman? I didn't understand because your reasoning and your logic it flows, but your conclusion doesn't. So I wasn't sure what exactly it was. But anyway, I just wanted to point out that bit about the irony you're talking about at TSG development partners. Have you seen the kind of bullshit that is happening in the UK and Germany, especially about posts on Facebook and X? Like, if you look at the garbage that you people get away with in Kenya, and you're flogging those wazungus that Ruto is scared of them and what have you. Like, do you appreciate that irony? But anyway, a word of advice. If you're in politics, you just join the NGO proper. At least make money, bana.
No, Karue.
At least that's where the money is.
Karue.
And you're willing to do it.
You're giving two very flawed examples. Now, am I the people saying go to State House? I don't believe in that BS and I've never pushed it. Okay? But in the same UK, US, Spain, Germany you've mentioned, what do? People are allowed to protest, but in an organized manner. Have I said people to protest in an organized manner? Of course I have. But when I told people to approach...
Has been denied protesting in Kenya.
I'm not saying people to go to State House.
From protesting?
Okay? That's the point. So where are you saying this is BS? You're the one who's pulling BS on me. Tell me where I contradict myself.
But you said that Ruto is scared of the development partners because that's where, at least with the money and what have you, those are the ones that, okay, in essence, you say kind of run the government. But I was telling you, like I was pointing out the irony in the freedom that we have in Kenya. Like right now, you're talking about protesting, and you can protest 1,000 times in a day. No one gives a shit in Kenya. So long as you do it properly, don't block roads, man.
So where am I
no one will give a fuck.
myself?
Like every day,
Show me, you called me out, I am contradicting myself. Where do I contradict myself?
Listen, you are pontificating Muzungu. And I'm pointing out, for 1/10 of the shit you get away with in Kenya, you cannot do it in the UK because they'll fuck you up. You'll be in prison.
Now, bro.
But in Kenya, you're walking around free, calling for the overthrow of the government, and nothing happens. That's the contradiction.
Have I said people to overthrow government? Have I? I haven't. But fact of the matter is, and you know things like I do, have a good percentage of our budget is funded by the European Union and our development partners. That is simply a fact.
No, it's not. Bro, it's not.
Bro, then
50 billion. 50 billion of a 4 trillion budget.
our estimate...
Bro, we can tell those Wazungu to fuck off and it wouldn't do anything to Kenya.
Really, bro? You want to argue like Joe Max here? Really?
50 billion. I mean, a 50 billion of a 4 trillion budget.
Let me tell you something. Now, there's what we are given in grants. Do you count that? You don't want to count that because it doesn't suit your argument. Okay?
How much is a grant? How much is a grant?
I will not sit here and tell you that I have the numbers. I don't for now. Okay? And I wish I did.
50 billion.
Okay, and how much?
So that's what I'm telling you. It's 50 billion.
Bro,
50 billion.
You know we can't even build a major highway in this country without borrowing money from either China or like now when we want to expand the railway, we are going to China. China is not in that list because do you want me to forget about numbers, bro?
Do we have 600 billion cash in NSSF? It's a simple question.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Ask me your next.
NSSF doesn't pay any loans. That's savings for Kenyans.
Now, let me give you.
How much savings do you have in banks?
No, you are the one who's saying I love sounding smart, but I'm actually pulling off bullshit. NSSF, you know very well that the constitution of the NSSF does not allow NSSF to go into such a project. What they are trying to do is actually get NSSF to do something that they are not allowed by law to do. And if your argument is right, and you want us to have this discussion, which I know might not happen in this space, show me how we can pay our recurrent expenditure, finance our budget in the country in terms of growth without borrowing money from our development partners. And I'll keep quiet, and I'm now keeping quiet. Show me how we can do it.
First of all, if you anarchists just kept quiet for the next 2 or 3 years, Kenya would be okay. Okay? First of all, borrowing wise, we like I was telling you, the borrowing that is clipping Kenya is not even out there. It's the local borrowing. We can actually borrow. There's enough money in Kenya to borrow without Muzungu. We don't need them. We borrow them. Like the grants they give us, it's 50 billion. The borrowing we do, external borrowing is around 600 billion. There's enough Kenya, more than enough money in Kenya to sort out the government. We don't need to.
So,
anyway,
Karua.
There's an issue I wanted to point out. The issue about
what do you want the government to do for you that you cannot do for yourself?
The government for me.
Bro, did you realize how much
If they only do,
did not answer any question?
If they only do one thing for me, then the coming 2 years is to make sure you anarchists follow the law. I'll be 100% okay.
Anyway,
you do your protest within the law. I'm 100%. Anything else they can stay off, I can do it on my own.
Karua.
I wanted to point out something very crucial that Morezi talked about, the sugar issues in Western Kenya. And Morezi talked about it, and he was like, the reason Kina Netebe and company are all over the place is because the law was not followed or something of the sort. And it's not even that thing. It's pure thing. It's pure common sense. It's about voting. It's about voting. Because when you empower a farmer in Western Kenya, then they are not going to stand around for handouts, for unga during election times. If you have money in the pocket, you get freedom. And with that freedom, you also have freedom of choice. You can sit down, and when Moravi and his party comes over and they tell you, oh, Ruto is bad, oh, they'll ask you, okay, fine, he's bad. What are you doing for us? And that is what those politicians do not want. They don't want a populace which is financially empowered, because it gives them choice and it gives them that ability to sit down and listen and critically make a decision. That's why they don't want empowerment, especially for farmers. And that's the issue with that whole thing about the Western bit. Because when you start paying farmers on time, when you start paying workers on time, you not only